YouTube, and welcome to a new installment of Fake Natural Hypertrophy Character Study. In this new installment, I am going to explain the reason why am I doing this character study, and I'm going to also tell you who this guy really is. Now, reason why I'm doing this new installment of character study is because I feel there are significant contradiction in what he said and done in the past, and I want to point them out. Natural Hypertrophy, or NH for short, is a YouTuber with 130,000 subscribers. He mainly creates bodybuilding videos, but also sometimes he uploads philosophical videos. He initially started by just focusing on making bodybuilding videos, and his early videos were, let's say, low effort, but despite that, they were still decent. And he then tried to promote his YouTube channel by commenting on other channels and posting memes in the community tab, hoping to get some traction from the algorithm. Now, he has claimed to work in AI, though he's not really a tech guy as he described it, nor does he have a related degree in the field. In terms of formal education, he holds two bachelor's degree, and I don't know, I think one of them was literature, and one master degree, which he described as more marketable. And from this information, it's safe to assume that he doesn't do any coding, and his work in AI might be limited to roles like AI engineer at most, or at the very least, just some basic data labeling, though that's my speculation. He once claimed to manage his time well, juggling a 50-hour work week, consistent video uploads, and regular lifting sessions. However, as the time I'm making this video, he stopped uploading regularly, which suggests that his time management might not have been as effective as he previously claimed. And he has also made several character studies on figures on people like Jason Blaha and the Nether Beast. Additionally, he created some cookie cutter self-improvement videos on topics like looks maxing, dating advice, and other forms of self-improvement topics, some of which, in my opinion, he lacks the authority or experience to discuss. Now, in the past, he often critiqued other figures, taking the moral high ground, and I'm not sure about the validity of his critique, given the contradiction that seemed to appear in his own action. And there are many things that he said in the past that he contradicts now, but now I'm going to focus on his claim of being a slayer. I am going to show you the clips of him.
Phase of my life where I was what some would call a slayer, where I had many women, I was seeing many women at the same time, and I was using these women for sexual relationships. It's the only thing I was really doing with them. I wasn't dating any of them, but I wasn't putting up firm boundaries. So a lot of them thought that they could eventually secure me if they gave me sex, which never happened, which also damaged the life of these women, which is entirely my fault. And this phase lasted me for, I think, 2 or 3 years, where I couldn't understand why I wasn't happy, because I was getting everything I ever wanted, right? Women loved me. I could have as much sex as I wanted. Again, I was seeing 3, 4 beautiful women in the same week, but it was never fulfilling that deeply rooted need that I felt should have been fulfilled by this. And the reason why I felt like this is because culture in general is meaningless. I've said it a million times in the video. I went through it. Like all of the things that you guys dream about and all of your wet dreams about, oh, I'll have sex with a woman at 4 p.m. and at 5 p.m. I'll have sex with another woman. Yeah, I did that. It's just, it sucks. Yeah, I had sex with 2 women back to back. Great. What did it bring to my life? Nothing. Nothing. All of the threesomes in the woods are not going to bring anything to your life. It's not helping you.
All right. So, as he was saying, he had a Slayer face where he was seeing many beautiful women. He was seeing 3 to 4 beautiful women at the same week, and as he said, also he could have had sex as much as he wanted. And then this phase lasted for 2 to 3 years, and then on the next clip, he was saying that at the same within an hour he had sex with 2 different women. So at 4 p.m. he had sex with this woman A, and then an hour later at 5 p.m. he had sex with this woman B. Now I am going to show you the clip where he said that he within 20 minutes he met a girl at a party and they started fucking.
Was my first American girlfriend. That was not really even a girlfriend because the way we met is I met her at a party. Within 20 minutes, she was in my room and we were fucking. So, not the best start of a relationship, I would say. Unsurprisingly, she was a serial cheater. She's the girl that I spoke about on one of my streams that got drugs for free, which, you know how she got the drugs. And eventually I broke up with her because I realized that she was for the streets. And when I broke up with
Okay, so he just said that he broke up with a girl that he didn't really date it, so I'm kind of confused here. But regardless of that, the next clip I'm going to show you where he claimed that a lesbian was into him and she wanted him to fuck her, and they were, or at least he was being cock blocked by this fat ginger girl who turns out also wanted him to fuck her.
interesting, that's not my version of the story, but okay. So from this point on, I avoid that girl because now I'm like, oh, she's bad news. But eventually I come out of the bathroom and she's waiting for me. She grabs me by the hand, she takes me up in the bedroom, and what has to happen, happen. We are interrupted by one of her friends, one of her fat friends, who freaks out on us and separates us. First off, I was like, I should beat the fuck out of you because I'm not 9-year-old. Like, you're not my mom. What are you doing? Why are you like chastising me for like doing something that like there's consent on both sides? Like, what the fuck? We're separated. One of the friends gives me a lecture telling me, hey, you know, with her, she's got a complicated history with that guy, so it's not great that you're doing this. And I'm like, yeah, okay, great, but like she's the one who like came after me. Let's not pretend that it's not the other way around. Turn to find out that girl that was also fat and a ginger also wanted to fuck me. So she essentially was like trying to weasel her way into my pants, and I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. Thank you very much. Ended up by myself, sleeping in the bed by myself.
Now the next clip you can judge for yourself.
The woman where I really did, and this is very TMI, but at this point, the only woman where I actually had like penetrative sex with is my wife. It's the only woman that I actually fucked. The other women we fooled around, but I never fucked them because to me that was sacred. And I didn't want to engage in it with women that I was not emotionally connected to. And since I was never able to fall in love with women, I said no. And I said no to my wife also for a very long time. I know it's weird, but she was the one. I mean, okay. Essentially, I was like, no, let's take our time. And eventually I gave in, quote unquote, when I realized, oh, I'm in love with this woman. So that was something that I did. I didn't do it because of something that I heard of a podcaster saying, you need to do this.
Now on the next clip he made a claim that there was a Nazi guy who was also into him.
Next failure. Oh, also, I had in parentheses, Nazi friend didn't help. I had a friend that I won't name, even though he deserves to be named, who loved Nazi jokes. I didn't mention it, but that woman in particular was Jewish. One time, he took her notebook. I was right next to her, by the way, flirting. He took her notebook and he made a train. And in the train, he made windows with hands, like arms coming out of the windows. And he put it back on her desk. She saw the train, and upon seeing the train, she was like, "Oh, that's cute. What is this? What are the hands?" And he's like, "Oh, it's the people inside the wagons. They're going to Auschwitz." She was Jewish. Like, what chance do I have then to like bag her? You're supposed to be my friend. What the fuck is this? Next time, just showed up like with like a Hitler cap and a mustache and like Sieg Heil in her face. That'll be way less fucking damaging. So essentially, yeah. No name drop. He knows who he is. Fuck that guy. Oh, and turns out, by the way, that that guy was gay and he had the hots for me, and he was actively sabotaging my chances with girls because he thought he was going to be able to fuck me at some point. The deranged mind.
All right. In the next installment, I am going to be talking about his recent sellouts and his whole quote unquote philosophy on why he doesn't want to have ads on his channel, and he how he rejected the sponsorship from companies. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here. So please subscribe if you want to see the next installment. Bye bye.